Hi everyone, welcome back. This is Tuplex. Sorry there was no episode yesterday, but as most of you know, I usually try to keep a couple episodes extra already recorded and ready to go. So that way if I have a day or two when I'm too busy and I can't record a new episode, I still have something to publish. But unfortunately, I used up all of my extras when I went on vacation last week. So I don't have any extra episodes right now, and I am hand to mouth. So I'm going to try to get caught up this weekend. We have a long weekend here in the U.S. with Monday off, so this will be a good chance to get a couple extra episodes made and build up my my storage buffer of Factorio episodes. So in the meantime, we've got our filtration done. I've got a tank full of mineral sludge here, as you can see. And so today I want to start using the crystallizers to convert the sludge into something more useful. So I made, well, I've got 5 of them right now. So I've made a few of these crystallizers. Let me just try to keep these aligned as much as possible. I think I'm probably going to want to pump on the output of that tank. So 1, 2, I think that'll be enough space. Yeah. So I can put the pump there and then run the fluids down this way. Now in this case I don't need an underground, but I'll just do it this way so I can copy it more easily. Alright, so we have a lot of options here. We can convert to iron and copper, lead and tin, nickel and silicon, bauxite, cobalt and zinc, silver and rutile. I think these descriptions are perhaps outdated. Bauxite, I think, is aluminum ore, and rutile is titanium ore. Then we got gold and tungsten, and uranium and fluorite. Yeah, and it looks like it's random which one we get. So what I don't understand here is how we've got 40% chance for each. Does that mean that there's a 20% chance that I won't get anything? I'm assuming that that's what that means. Okay, so this has a crafting speed of 1.5 and a time of 8. And these have a time of 2 and a crafting speed of 1.5. So with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those, I would need 4 times as many crystallizers to be able to keep up with this. That's a lot. Well, okay, we can do it. Let's see here. So what would be a good layout? In this case, let's say we have, that's 5. I'm going to need to make some more of these guys. I suppose we could just do 4 rows of 8. That seems like a good way to go. But to make more, I'm going to need more steel. Is it just steel that I'm missing? Yeah. So let me go back to my train and see what I've got there. I can always get more steel up above as well. Let's see. There's 10 more, and now I'm missing circuits. Okay, and now I need clay brick. Alright, so I think I'm going to have to go back to the base to get more. Let's go ahead and do that so that I don't have to make multiple trips here. So I'll go to the passenger station first to pick up some clay brick. Yeah, and I can't make the Mark IIs yet. I don't have reinforced concrete brick either. So we'll just do it with tier 1 machines in this case. Shouldn't be a big problem. Alright, so let's get some clay brick. And then I need more steel plate, so we'll go back to the other station. Oh, you know what? Actually, I have some here. Okay, so now I can make 18 more. I need 32 total. I have 18. There are 5 out there already, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So we can use 5, 23. So I need 17 more. No, I need 32. I have 23. I need 9 more. 1, 2, 3. Crap. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a little early here. I'm not counting as well as I usually do, which is not great. All right. Back to refining. So my idea here is to set up some of the machines to make each of those recipes that we just looked at. And then using circuits to control pumps to deliver the sludge so that we can control which ones are used based on need. So now that I think about that, I believe I'm going to have to revise my layout here. First, let's get a layout for 8 wide, so I can make sure I save myself enough room for that. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 different recipes. So with 34 machines, 7 recipes, or 32 machines with 7 recipes, that's basically 4 for each recipe plus a little bit left over. So, yeah, so why don't we set this up? We'll do 4 of each recipe. So for example, this can be all iron and copper. This will be lead and tin. And we'll do it that way. All right. Now I'm going to break this connection so that we can put in the controls. So I could probably just, if I put a pump like at the beginning of each one, and then I can yeah, and then we can feed it this way. Or I could just have an array of pumps. Yeah, I think that would be better, just to have an array of pumps at the output. That way we can put all of the controls in one place. Alright, so we're going to need 7 pumps, essentially. And I think I didn't leave myself quite enough room. So I'm going to make use of the nudger. Thanks to Picker Extended. Move that over a bit. Okay, and then we can have our line coming out here. And then we can have a series of pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pumps. So that's going to be one for each of those recipes. And then we'll set up some circuit conditions to trigger those based on the inventory of ores that we have. Okay, something like that. All right. I think we can continue to use regular poles. Looks like one pole will be enough to handle all that. Actually, I don't want to put that there. No, maybe I will use a substation here, because I'm likely to have a bunch of combinators up here as well. Let's see. There, that works rather nicely. And then I'll put one more right there. And then we can feed this with a large power pole. Okay, I'm going to remove those pumps because I don't want this to start working yet. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, okay, so yeah, there's a 20% chance that you get nothing. That doesn't seem very fair after I went through all the trouble to make this wonderful sludge. Okay, yeah, so let's, we'll wait on, or actually let's connect the pumps and I'll just disconnect it from there. There. Okay. And then I suppose we can output on the opposite side here. And I think in every case a regular inserter is going to be more than enough, and we can use yellow belts as well. Okay, and then I'll make every other one I will turn into a near inserter. Alright, and let's throw in some lights. Okay, and then we can copy this. All right, and then we can join up with the other belts over here, which is going to take a little bit of doing. But let's get the rest of the machine set up first. All right, so now we can copy that unit. And if I put those there, all right, so I'm going to remove the belts, and I'm going to remove the substations from that blueprint. All right, yeah, we'll set this one up like this. Alright, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it that way. Alright, well, I think what I can do is connect there. That way I won't connect to this pipe as well. Okay, and then one there. Okay, and then these will be the third and the fourth recipes. So we got nickel and silicon. And then we've got bauxite, cobalt, and zinc on those. And then we'll want the belts. Isn't there... I think I've got a blueprint flipper somewhere. Let me go to controls. I think Picker might have a blueprint flipper. Let's see here. Reverse belts. Alt R. Ah, okay, nice. All right, so yeah, I can set it up like this. No, this isn't going to work. I'll just have to do it the hard way. There we go. Okay, and then now we can copy this entire thing. And put it down one more time. All right, so now we're gonna end up with 28 of these instead of 32. So that means the last row I'm not gonna need these other 4. All right, looks like I'm out of underground stone pipe. Okay, let's head over to the train. I think I've got some more stone brick there so that we can make some more underground pipe. The other change I want to make here today, if we have time, is not to send slag to the train station. Do I have any pipe? No. Let's sort that. No, I don't have any pipe in there. All right. So more underground pipe on the way, and then I'll take the rest of that in case I need more regular pipe too. Yeah, I had a good suggestion that because I only need slag outside of this area to make concrete. That's really the only use I have for it. And there was a suggestion that because the use of that slag is so minimal, you could just make it locally with an electrolyzer and then just vent off the gas. So I think I'm going to do that instead. All right. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be the 5th recipe, which is silver and rutile. And then this will be gold and tungsten. And then the last one will be uranium and fluorite. Okay, and then we don't need this. And we don't need this. to space these out. Let's move that too. All right, I need more straight pipe. Okay, and then the last one right here. Okay, so these are all hooked up, and then we just need to route the belts to the appropriate place. So I'm going to have 7 belts. And then we just need to join those up over here. All right, so what is, this one looks like lead. Yep, that's lead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why do I have these extra belts here? I don't think I really need those. Okay, but in any case, this belt here is lead, so we can get the tin and lead inserted. I'm going to need to sort it first, though. All right, so that means I'm going to have to use filter inserters. Or I could put them in a chest and use loaders to filter. I think I'm going to do that. Where are the big chests? I need iron plate. Back to the train. What I'll do is I'll just put it into a big chest and then I'll limit it to... No, I can't do that. Yeah, we'll just use the inserters. Or the splitters. I really don't like the filter splitters because they tend to get backed up for no reason at all. If one side is backed up, then the splitter stops working. All right, so if we do a filter splitter here, and if we do lead ore on that side, there. All right, so lead ore will go there, and then tin will continue to travel in a straight line. All right. Okay, and that goes there. I'm skipping an extra space. Actually, I don't think that's necessary. Let's test this real quick. Okay, yeah, this side of the splitter won't drop onto the backside of the underground. Alright, so that means I can move that one a bit closer too. Not super necessary, but just to keep it consistent. Alright, and then we need another one there. Okay, so we're going to have to do the same thing now for copper and iron. Alright, so we'll do we'll do copper on the bottom and iron on top. Let's put that back on the belt. Okay, so copper's gonna need to come over here. So here I think I'm gonna want to use, yeah, one of those. And then this will be the iron over here. This is getting a little bit messy. Okay. Oh, and I need another one here. Okay. Yeah, I think that first belt is iron. Yep. Okay, so we've got those two done. And this is going to be a nightmare. Look at all this spaghetti here. I'm starting to think that bots might be a good idea. I could add a small bot network. Just put all the ore into chests, change these to requester warehouses for the appropriate ore. I would need, let's see, 2, 4, 6. I would need 8 requester warehouses. I can make 5 right now. Yeah, let's do that. Otherwise, this is going to be very messy and time consuming to manage all these belts. All right, so I'm going to tear all this up. So let's restore all of this. And then we'll actually pick up all of that. And then actually this will, I think this will simplify things quite a bit, because now we can use the inserters to control the output. I mean, I guess we could have done that before, but now we'll be able to read what's in the bot network. because with these on a network, the logistic network will be able to read how much of each ore we have in storage, and then we can just control the inserters based on how much we have in the logistic network. So that'll simplify things quite a bit, and then we don't have to use all this mess. All right, so slight change in plans here, but I think this will be much simpler to manage. And then, in fact, we can just have a common pipeline for all of the sludge. All right, so let me get rid of that. Get rid of all those pipes. We can go ahead and reconnect there. Remove that one on the end. Actually, let's do this. The better way is to put the pump directly on the tank. There we go. See, much simpler. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of this and that. There we go. Okay, so now they're all running. And I have a feeling that the sludge is going to start disappearing at a rapid rate. Okay, so now we have to be careful when we replace these warehouses, because the logistic warehouses only have 512 slots versus the 768 that are in the other warehouses. But it looks like I've got the limit set, so that won't be an issue. But if you see an explosion of material here, you'll know why. Okay, thank goodness. No problem there. There we go, and I need to make 5 more of those. Oh my god. These have to be requesters. Okay. I screwed up. They need to be requester warehouses, not provider warehouses. Okay. Now, the other nice thing about this is this will open the door for me to eventually convert this whole area to a bot-based setup to get to those train stations. And I can get rid of all this other mess of belts that I have just by changing all these other warehouses to providers. So we might want to do that at a later point in time. Okay, so now we need roboports and bots. So I'm going to go back to the main base to fill up on supplies. And we also need passive provider chests. Okay, yeah, so let's go back to engineering. Guess I can make a few of these right now. And then we'll pick up 100 bots or so. I think I've got some made already. Now when I set this up, it's going to use the sludge for whatever material we're short on, which could involve multiples. So we might want to come up with a way to prioritize as well. All right, so I'm going to need 8. All right, I'm going to need 28 storage chests, and I have 7, so I need 21 more passive provider chests. For that, I'm going to need some steel, and I'm going to need some circuits. There's some steel that I can steal. Grab those circuits. Okay, so I've got 8. All right, 8 plus 13 is 21, I think. Okay, and it looks like I am out of bots, so I'll just steal 100 bots from here, and then I need to make some roboports, which means I need more steel and iron. All right, let's get rid of, what can I get rid of? I don't need any more crystallizers. I've got, yeah, I don't need that mixing furnace. Get rid of that iron pipe. Get rid of those stone bricks. Get rid of those big chests, since I don't really need those right now. And then I think I can also put these extra warehouses in storage, because I don't need those right now either. Actually, those would have been good to put in the train. Oh well. Okay, let's go back and get this finished up. Yeah, so what I was thinking is that we could set the inserters to watch for the same material levels that we've got over here, and just produce whatever ore is required. Oh, I didn't. I need to put requesters there. Ugh. And I just put my requester chests away. Okay. Let's try that again. So, now I'm going to have to go back and get those. I guess I should have known when I had 2 extra warehouses that I was missing something. Come on. There we go. Okay, back we go. Let's see. Yeah, and then I'll turn this back to regular warehouses. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but that train noise is really starting to bug me. I'm going to turn that off. sure if I leave it on, it'll save my life once or twice throughout the course of this game, but I don't want to have to listen to it all the time. Okay, how are we doing on stone? Alright, we still have a boatload of crushed stone, but it's gradually coming down. Slag is gradually emptying out as well, so those are good signs. Oh, I needed to put the warehouses over here. There we go. All right. So 38,400 is what we've got all these set to. I didn't get the stuff to make the roboports. Alright, I'll make 5 to begin with. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Actually, stop. Can I get rid of any of the ore that I have? Not yet. Alright, yeah, I think I'm just going to do... I'll do one roboport to store the bots. And then we can do charging points and extenders. Alright, and I'll put that stuff in my trash slot and that'll get picked up eventually. Okay, so now these are going to request 38,400 divided by 2. $19,200. Alright, so I'm going to set this to request 19,200 of each of the ores that it contains. So that's iron, copper, what's this? Silicon and nickel. Nickel. There it is. Okay, and then I'll copy that there. And let's start putting this stuff inside the network. If I do it up here, oh, I can do it right here. Okay, and I've got 2 left. Will that be enough? Okay, so these are all covered in the network. And then the roboport, I will put... Where's my roboport? Here it is. Alright. I put the RoboPort in the center, that'll cover this whole area. Alright, we'll put our bots in there. Where are my bots? There we go. And then I need another couple of extenders. Or it looks like one more extender will do the trick. Okay, so then here what we're going to do... Oh, you know what? I'm actually going to need... We're going to need to use filter inserters. And multiple chests. So we'll need to filter this, one for iron and one for copper. Okay, and then we're going to set the iron. So if iron is less than, what was it, 19,200 times 2, 38,400, right? Yeah. So this will be enabled only when iron is less than 32,000, no, 38,400. And I'll just copy it and then change it here. There we go. All right, so how much copper do we have? Now, why are the contents... Oh, crap. Because they're requester chests. So I can't read the contents of those. Those need to be buffer warehouses. Can we make buffer warehouses? I don't think we can. There's no such a thing. Okay. Why didn't I think of that? Alright, now what if I use one of these logistic interface devices? Logistic network interface and logistic zone interface. I wonder if I can add the contents into the logistic network if I do that. Because there's no buffer warehouse. Son of a gun. Okay. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to have to do is change these to storage warehouses and then have requester chests next to them that pull in the ore from the other area and then add them into these warehouses. I'll also experiment with these two devices. I don't know if there's a way that I can use these to read the contents and add that onto the logistic network, but I kind of doubt it because I don't know. I'll have to see. All right, so I'm going to need to come up with another solution here so that we can read the contents of these chests on the logistic network. And we'll take a look at that in the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.